All right. According to sources, and I'll put a source link in the description, Al Haymon met with Gennady Golovkin, Triple G, at the Wilder Fury fight this weekend. And hearing that Al Haymon feels really confident that he can get Triple G over to PBC. We back Goodfellas Sports TV, one time for the one time. Y'all know what the business is, all right? I heard Fanon this morning talking about, complaining about Triple G being shown on the camera, and that would make sense. I had the same thoughts in my head, and I'm still going to get to that video. I said, well, at least one of those videos I said earlier, I wanted to get to, okay? And the live stream is coming real soon on just strictly Wilder Fury and my thoughts. I haven't watched it again. I just want to give you an organic live stream. I wasn't able to do it this weekend. Obviously, we went live on the fight this weekend. For everybody that checked it out with us, man. I'm going to give more of a calm synopsis about what happened, so y'all be on the lookout for that. But it explains why Showtime showed Triple G on the camera. And I was wondering, like, damn, I know Triple G stay in L.A. Why would they put him on the camera? You know, you got Shaq, Kobe there, a lot of different people there. And they put him on the camera, all right? And obviously, that's part of the recruitment process. They're trying to recruit Triple G over to PBC, and they had a meeting with him. Now, I don't really want to go too deep in what Fanon said this morning on this video, but I'm going to do a really in-depth video about Ward, Floyd Mayweather Sr., and a commentary cast for Showtime on the Stevenson-Gosvick fight and also the Wilder Fury fight, okay? I'm going to combine that to one video. Those are two videos I was going to do after the Joshua Wilder Tyson Fury video I did this morning. And I'm going to say that video. I'm going to make one lengthy video about that. And it needs to be said and it needs to be talked about, okay? Before I listened to Fanon video this morning, I had those same thoughts about Raul Marquez, was his name, for the Stevenson and Goofy fight. Oh, my God, man. I'm going to save it, okay? But this is a power move. And apparently, Danny Jacobs, I heard from Cali Enigma a few weeks ago, Ronnie Shields is pretty much saying that he expects Danny Jacobs to come back to PBC. Now, remember when people were saying where Jamal Charlo was doomed and he had to go to the zone? Well, obviously, maybe, Al Haymon is offering Gennady Golovkin something that he offered Manny Pacquiao. Now, he offered Manny Pacquiao opportunity to fight in the United States again and clear his tax debt, okay? That's what happened with Manny Pacquiao. Al Haymon got pulled. Al Haymon owns stock in the largest radio company in the United States, okay? He has part ownership of that. He has a lot of things going on. So he can offer Gennady Golovkin more money than Eddie Hearn can offer him outside of the Canelo fight. Probably even more money, including the Canelo fight, okay? And plus, Gennady Golovkin looked like he's been enjoying himself, and that's cool. He got a little chubby before. He deserves to enjoy himself. He made some good money this year, so any fighter that takes abuse enjoys some relaxation. Just don't let yourself get out of shape too much. But, they said the meeting went really well. And Al Haymon could do things that other promoters can't. And that's just get you paid and get you a lot of notoriety and, make you a priority. So if Danny Jacobs is true that Danny Jacobs is coming back if he can't land a Canelo fight in the zone, and they get Golovkin over to PBC or Danny Jacobs and Jamal Charlo, I mean, how big of a power move would that be by Al Haymon when people continue to shoot it down and say, oh, Al Haymon is dead. Al Haymon, Jamal Charlo is dead. He had to go to the zone. He got three of the top middleweights, Golovkin, Jacobs, and Jamal Charlo. And he has a mandatory shot with Jamal Charlo at Canelo Alvarez. So Jamal Charlo can obviously bring home the WC belt if the purse bid doesn't go Canelo way. He at least come back with that belt, and Canelo just had the WBA, and Andrade had the WBO belt. And obviously, I think in about another calendar year, Billy Joe Saunders will be made a mandatory again for Andrade once he come back from his 9-month suspension, 6 months suspension, 3 months, until you get back in the ranking, so 9 altogether, okay? He can get that belt, and then Frank Warren and Al Haymon are already doing business, so Al Haymon is trying to, really turn the tides, and I also heard Fanon say, well, they're trying to, be pro-European over at Showtime, and I will address that later. Well, Gennady Golovkin, well, it's about business here, man. Golovkin is a big get because Golovkin can move up and fight David Benavidez. Golovkin can move up and fight the Caleb Plant Uzataki winner. He can do Golovkin and Danny Jacobs too. He can do Golovkin and Jamal Charlo. I mean, the possibilities of getting Golovkin is humongous, man, for Al Haymon. And for Al Haymon to sit down personally with Gennady Golovkin and chop it up with him, I mean, if I'm Tom Loeffler, I'm fearing for my job as well. Even though he'll work with Tom Loeffler, you know, and whatever Al Haymon, whatever the stigma or the aura or the narrative about Al Haymon, I think once you meet the man, it changes you. You know, it's kind of like Richard Schaefer chopping up numbers. You know, when you hear Eddie Hearn talk about, the boxing business, he doesn't know numbers and finances like Richard Schaefer, and he's a Swiss banker, so he should know finances and venues. It's like meeting Al Haymon. I think a lot of the narrative is broken about him. When you meet him, I believe people are really shocked to know how nice and how informative and how really good he is. And not everybody meets Al Haymon. It's people that have never met Al Haymon. Artur Beterbiev was managed and advised by Al Haymon. He never had met him. A lot of guys never meet Al Haymon. And for Gennady Golovkin to get that honor, he must be high on Al Haymon's priority list to get him over to PBC, Showtime, and Fox. And also, they're not going to make him, unless he doesn't want to, get in the ring with Jamal Charlo right now. They can play around with that and give him 2 or 3 fights or a year full of fights and make good money and some notoriety on Fox. They have big plans for him. I guarantee you that. And also, the ESPN in the zone is still in the running for it. But obviously, I think we all know it's probably going to boil down to, does he really want to fight Jamal Charlo or Danny Jacobs or not? Okay. If it's about the money, he's going to make the most money with Al. I'm telling you that right now. He's going to make a shit ton of money with Al. Just overall. But it's about getting the Canelo rematch and getting played again, which Al Haymon probably told him that. Well, you go over there. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's an important piece. I think he's an important piece for Showtime. It kind of swaying the power. Obviously, they couldn't get Jaime Munguia, or Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Tried to get him as well too. They couldn't get them. So why not turn your eyes to Gennady Golovkin? I think it's smart. And I think it's about getting Jamal Charlo to fight and getting big fights on Showtime. If you can get Golovkin, that's a humongous get right there, man. That's humongous for Showtime, and then obviously I think Danny Jacobs will follow him if no Canelo Alvarez. And that's a huge blow to the zone. That's a huge blow to ESPN. But obviously I still believe that he's probably gonna go to the zone and get the Canelo fight. But it depends. It's like when you meet Al Haymon, I think you heard Manny Pacquiao was very happy with what's going on with Al. You heard Paulie Malignaggi, who was, he wasn't pro Al Haymon. He ended up going over to be pro Al Haymon. He's pretty happy. A lot of guys that wasn't with Al Haymon is now happy. Danny Garcia wasn't always with Al. The Charlo twins wasn't always with Al. And a lot of guys seem content. And then at the end of the day, you're not signing a network contract though. He go to the zone, he got to sign a 3-fight contract with Al Haymon. You sign an advisory pack. You're not, and you're just working off loyalty and your good word with Showtime, with Fox. So you're not gonna have a network deal, but you're gonna have loyalty, and they gonna be loyal to you, and that's how you're looking at it. Say, look here, you're not saying if you don't like it, you can just go back to the zone, just fight one time over here. If you like the results, you like the money you get, you can stay. But it'd be very, very interesting to see how this plays out, man. I know it piqued my interest when I seen him in the crowd. And I said, damn, why they showing a PBC Showtime fighter, and it now makes sense that he sat down with Al, probably sat down for Mignon, chopped it up, and now it's a high possibility that Golovkin could be coming to PBC, and we'll see. It'd be nice to see what decisions he's make. I know he's gonna sit down with Tom Loeffler, Abel Sanchez, and sit down with him, and I think he at this point. It depends on what he wants. It depends on who he trusts. And he said he wanted to remain a free agent. He didn't want to sign a network deal. And obviously that sounds like PBC Showtime. You ain't got to sign a network deal. You still going to be a free agent. You go to ESPN, they're going to make you sign a multi-fight deal. You go to the zone, Eddie Hearn, they're going to make you sign, or Golden Boy, make you sign a multi-fight deal. So what he wants, his custom agenda, PBC seemed to fit the bill, okay? But it's Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Want to make a donation to the channel? That link's in the description as well. We got the Facebook group. We're on Facebook and Twitter. Check us out on those platforms. I appreciate everybody that does. Also, can reach out to me in the email. And the instrumental intro link is in the description always. And I put the article link or source link where I got this one from Appreciate everybody. Mr. One Time for the One Time. Goodfellas Sports TV.